Welcome to Somatic Healing Meditations, the podcast that helps you regulate your nervous system, deepen your healing journey, and feel better in your body. In today's episode, I'm going to walk you through a somatic journaling exercise to help you unlock new depths of insight and healing. So it's not really a meditation today, but this powerful somatic journaling process is a beautiful tool that you can use to deepen your compassionate self-understanding, quiet your overactive mind, and help you release emotions and process experiences that may be causing you stress. So, journaling is an amazing tool that millions of people use daily to untangle their thoughts, understand their feelings, and bring more clarity and insight into their everyday lives. And this somatic journaling exercise just takes journaling so much deeper. When we're journaling, we too often stay in the realm of our thoughts, cycling in familiar feelings, entrenched perspectives, and old stories that may not be serving us anymore. But in somatic journaling, we attune to our inner sensations to connect more deeply with who we really are, how we truly feel, and to gain perspective on our emotional patterns and knee-jerk reactions to life. We often get to access information and knowings that have been living just below the surface of our thoughts, and it's such a profound relief to acknowledge and be with a deeper sense of ourselves. Our bodies are wise beyond measure, and they carry the echoes of our past experiences in every cell. When we cultivate more somatic awareness, we learn to listen to the whispers of sensation that ripple through our physical self. In the realm of journaling, our bodies can take us deeper and guide us toward the wounds and the deep inner wisdom that have been longing to be witnessed and understood for far too much time. We learn to write not just from the mind, but from the depths of our embodied experience. Contrary to our cultural beliefs, our emotions and experiences don't just happen to our heads, they ripple through every fiber of our being. Somatic journaling honors that truth and offers a more holistic path to self-understanding and healing. So today, I'm so excited to give you some tangible guidance on how to connect with and listen to your body in a much deeper way to take your journaling to a whole new level. If you're new here, I'm Karenna with Hello Inner Light, and I'm a trauma-informed emotional healing coach who's here to help you heal the old emotional wounds, subconscious blocks, and self-sabotaging core beliefs that are holding you back from living a life of authenticity and joy. So if that's the kind of content that you need more of in your life, please subscribe to this podcast and join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self. Before we dive in, here's a little bit more information about today's somatic journaling exercise. This exercise is based on the incredible emotional processing technique called Regenerating Images in Memory, or RIM. RIM is one of my favorite processing tools because it takes us below the surface of our conscious minds to understand the roots of our feelings and issues that live in our bodies subconsciously. So I'm a certified RIM facilitator, and I use this type of journaling all the time in my personal life and find it profoundly helpful. Usually, RIM is guided verbally, either one-to-one or in groups, and you do it with your eyes closed and there isn't any writing involved. But I've just naturally extrapolated RIM into a journaling format for today's video because, again, I do this all the time in my own journaling and it's totally amazing. If you want to try a more typical RIM experience with your eyes closed and being verbally guided, you can try episode 5 of this podcast called How to Heal Your Emotional Triggers at the Roots, or episode 8, Guidance from Your Future Self Meditation. They're both traditional RIM experiences. Also, this somatic journaling exercise has 4 steps to it. I'm going to talk you through them sequentially, so if you want to grab your journal and use this episode as a guide to walk you through this process step by step, you can. Just pause after my instructions and do your journaling in real time if you'd like. Also, if you already do other kinds of journaling and love them, like morning pages or future self journaling, steps 1 and 2 of this process can be done alongside any other journaling practice to take that practice deeper and incorporate the wisdom of your body more into the journaling practice you already love. Steps 3 and 4 are very unique to RIM and will take you deeper into your body and subconscious than you've likely been with other journaling techniques. So give them a try, but know that you can take the first 2 steps as their own standalone technique and apply them to any other journaling process that you want. Now let's dive into this somatic journaling process. For step 1, we're just going to connect with our body using our breath in a gentle and regulating way. By deepening our connection to our bodies and calming our nervous systems in this way, we're able to access more information in our bodies. So you can do this quick regulating breathing exercise in any position, with your eyes open or closed, so it's incredibly adaptable and easy, while being deeply soothing and regulating to your whole body. So just begin to notice your breath and let yourself breathe out with a sigh. And on your next breath, imagine that you could breathe in through your heart and out through your belly button. Imagining that you could feel the space or the distance between your heart and your belly button. Imagining that you could breathe in through your throat and out through the small of your back. Again, imagining that you could feel the space or the distance between your throat and the small of your back. Imagining that you could breathe in through your right ear and out through your left elbow. Feeling the space or the distance between those 2 points. Imagining that you could breathe in through your left ear and out through your right elbow. Imagining that you could feel the space or the distance. Imagining that you could breathe in through both knees and breathe out through the soles of both feet. Feeling the space or the distance. Feeling both of your sits bones rooting down and softening all of the little muscles around your eyes. Imagine that you could breathe in through your left shoulder and out through your right hip. Feeling the space and the distance. Breathing in through your right shoulder and out through your left hip. Feeling the space and the distance. And then just breathing in and out through your heart. Noticing how you feel now. You might be a little bit more connected to your breath and your body. You might be a little bit more relaxed, or maybe a little bit more awake. Just noticing whatever you're feeling in this moment. And now moving to step 2. So in step 2, we're going to begin to feel our feelings in our body. So, bringing to mind whatever it is that you want to journal about today. And as you bring that topic or situation or emotion to mind, your body is going to have a reaction. So, bringing it to mind more and more, and just noticing where you feel the reaction in your body the most. And I'm going to guide you through a series of questions so that you can really feel this reaction in your body. And there's no way to do this wrong. There's no way to answer these questions incorrectly. And you may not have answers to every single question, and don't worry about that. Also, you don't have to start writing the answers to these questions quite yet. It may be easier to tune into your body if you don't start writing at this step. So, feeling the reaction that your body has to whatever you're bringing to mind right now, notice where do you feel the reaction the most? Is it more on the right or the left? Or maybe it's centralized, or maybe it's everywhere. Is it more deep or superficial? Or maybe both or neither? How big is this reaction? How much space does it take up within or around you? What color is it? Does it have a texture or a shape or a temperature? Is it moving or still? And just noticing anything else you notice about this sensation in your body. When we simply feel our emotions and reactions as physical sensations in this way, it allows us to go beneath our associated stories and simply experience the essence of that emotion in the present moment. And this breaks the endless looping of our cyclical stories and allows the energy of our emotion to find its natural route towards integration. Also, using our imagination to give the emotion form in this way by noticing its shape and its color, that gives the emotion boundaries and edges, which makes it feel less overwhelming and more understandable. It also opens us up to the subconscious, symbolic wisdom of the body. So, noticing whatever you're noticing, we're going to move into step 3, which is diving even deeper into the experience of your body. And this is the part where you may want to start journaling and pausing the episode to take more time to go deeper. So, in step 2, you really notice that reaction or that emotion in your body. And you're going to consider whatever you noticed a part of your consciousness, right? That part of your body, that color, that shape, that's a part of your consciousness that's holding on to some emotion or some past experience or some energy that you're going to explore more deeply now. So let's say that in step 2, I noticed a purple blob of discontent and apathy in the right side of my upper abdomen. Just for example, let's say that that's what I had noticed and sensed in step 2. So now in step 3, I'm going to become that part. My imagination just takes my awareness into that purple blob, and I become purple, and I become the blob, and I feel the discontent, and I feel the apathy. So that's where you're going to start in step 3. Your imagination just takes your awareness into that part that you noticed in step 2. You become that part. You feel what it feels. You know what it knows. And you're going to journal as this part. So, as this part, you're just going to complete the following sentences. As this part, you're just going to journal, what it's like to be me is. Breathing and going even deeper, continuing to journal as this part, you're just going to write, what's really happening for me deep down is. Breathing, being that part and feeling, journaling as that part, you're going to complete this sentence. What I'm struggling with most right now is. Breathing, being the part, journaling as this part, just letting your words come forward. You're going to finish this sentence. What I believe about myself is. Great. Journaling as this part, remembering to pause and take as much time as you want in between these journal prompts. But as this part, you're just going to finish this sentence. What I really want or need is. Breathing, being this part, journaling as this part, just letting your words come forward. You're going to complete the sentence. How it feels to acknowledge all of this is. Breathing and being this part, and now just free writing as this part, expressing whatever else wants to be expressed until that feels complete. Great. So when that feels complete, like that part has expressed everything that it wants to express, we're going to move on to step 4, which is whole self integration. So when you've journaled everything that wants to be journaled as that part, your imagination is just going to take your awareness out of that part and back into the wholeness and totality of you. Your imagination takes your awareness out of that part, and you really anchor in and feel all parts of you now. So just taking a breath or two, feeling your whole self. And as your whole self, really look back over what was just expressed from that part of you. And as your whole self, really take it in. Take in whatever that part shared with you. Now, as your whole self, you're going to journal back to that part. So you've read and received everything that that part expressed. And now, as your whole self, you're just going to finish this sentence. What I heard or received from you is... Breathing, being your whole self, journaling as your whole self back to that part, you're going to finish this sentence. How it feels to hear that and receive that from you is... Breathing, remembering to pause between these journal prompts so that you have all the time you need to really get your words on the page. And again, as your whole self, you're going to finish this sentence. What I'm realizing now is... Breathing and feeling, journaling as your whole self, you're just going to finish this sentence. How it feels to realize that is... Breathing, journaling as your whole self, you're just going to say, what feels different to me now is... Breathing, feeling, and journaling as your whole self, you're just going to write, what looks different to me now is... And now just free writing as your whole self, anything that wants to be expressed, anything that wants to be written, for as long as you want to go until that feels complete. And that's it. That's the somatic journaling process that can unlock new depths of insight and healing within you. So, how did it go for you? How did that feel different than normal journaling? And what did you realize about yourself, about your emotions or reactions, and about journaling? Please let me know in the comments below, and also put any questions that you have about somatic journaling in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly hope that you enjoyed this somatic journaling process. If you enjoyed this episode, it would mean so much to me if you subscribe to this podcast and rate and review it on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Thank you for being here, and don't forget to join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self.